can still hear the words. My sister, Lena's, voice, cutting through the room like broken glass. You're being arrested for pretending to be a federal agent. Everyone turned, and the chatter stopped. Lena's voice was full of hate, her smile sharp and confident. She thought she had me cornered. She thought the badge on my neck was just a prop. I didn't flinch. I let the silence last until it choked her confident smirk. She didn't know. She never knew. We weren't always enemies. When our father died, I was 17 and she was 20. She promised she'd take care of me, guide me, and keep me safe. I believed her. For years, I believed her. But power changes people. When she married into money with her husband, Alexander, she stopped calling me her brother and started treating me like her competition. Every success I got, she tried to ruin. Every step forward, she found a way to drag me back. Her favorite weapon was doubt, whispering to relatives, "He's reckless. He lies. He's just playing soldier." And they believed her because I stayed silent. I thought silence was strength. I was wrong. The first time I saw the rot clearly, I was already in the service. I had earned my badge, my clearance, my place. Yet, she still told people I was just a wannabe, that I forged my way in. I brushed it off until I overheard her coaching Alexander to dig into my finances, to catch me in something, anything. That was the night my loyalty died. So when she stood in that crowded hall at our cousin's wedding reception, with all eyes on us, and tried to brand me a fraud, I didn't feel fear. I felt the cold, focused stillness of a man who had been waiting for this moment. She pointed at my badge. "See, it's fake. He isn't who he says he is." Her voice was loud enough for the DJ to kill the music. Cameras rose from tables. People loved a scandal. I gave her what she wanted. Stillness, no defense, no denial. I let the suspicion grow because what she didn't know was that her downfall had already been set in motion weeks ago. I had started with Alexander. A few discreet pulls of his financial records showed offshore accounts, shell companies, and fraud so sloppy it was almost laughable. Then I traced the money trail back to her. She wasn't just complicit. She was the architect. She had been laundering through charities, skimming from community grants, and hiding behind her perfect smile. I collected it all, not just the paper trail, but also recordings, witnesses, and hard evidence, quietly, meticulously. It was the kind of evidence that couldn't be waved away as a rumor, and I didn't keep it locked away. I placed it in the hands of the people who couldn't ignore it: internal affairs, federal auditors, and state investigators. Still, I waited, because revenge isn't about exposure. It's about timing. That wedding was perfect. The room was full of power brokers, judges, and reporters. Lena had chosen the stage, thinking she'd humiliate me. She had no idea she was stepping into her own trap. I let her rant, let her spin her narrative of me as a liar, a fraud, a disgrace to the uniform. Guests whispered. Some frowned at me, others at her. Then I pulled a single envelope from my jacket and placed it on the table between us. "Funny thing," I said calmly, "about fraud." Her smirk faltered. "You've been running yours for years." I nodded to the envelope. "Those are the first 50 pages. The rest are already in federal hands." Her face drained. She reached for the envelope with shaking fingers, then stopped herself because she knew if she touched it, she'd reveal the panic clawing at her chest. "Lies," she hissed. "All lies." But the whispers had changed. The tide had shifted. People knew. They smelled the truth bleeding out of her. The call came before dessert was served. 3 unmarked cars pulled up outside the reception hall. 2 agents entered, their suits sharp, their voices clipped. They didn't look at me. They walked straight to her. Her laugh cracked, brittle, and desperate. "This is a mistake. He set me up. He's the liar." But the cuffs clicked, and her wrists turned pale under the steel. Alexander tried to back away, but they caught him, too. The crowd parted, silent, stunned. Eyes darted between me and Lena, who was now begging, screaming, and unraveling. I didn't move. I didn't gloat. I just watched. Afterward, relatives approached me cautiously. Some asked if it was true. Others apologized for believing her lies. I gave no speeches. I didn't need to. My sister's voice, once the loudest in every room, was reduced to a muffled cry inside a government car. And now when people ask me if I regret it, I give the same answer: no, because revenge wasn't about payback. It was about reclaiming the silence she stole from me. She thought she knew who I was. She thought the badge was just a piece of metal. She thought the uniform was just a costume. But now she knows. Now everyone knows. And the only smirk that remains is mine.